teams that have combined to win 11 Super Bowl titles. The Steelers and the Niners are underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as these guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Man who was a prep All-American in nearby Antioch, it's Najee Harris. And he'll power his way forward for about 4 yards there on the first down carry.
At the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try the right side with Harris. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about tiny? You talking about the little guy back
Tiny.
there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
And as a quarterback, you're always pleased when you can use all the weapons at your disposal. Here he spots his fullback underneath, gets the completion right there for a nice pickup.
Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Trubisky. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Okay, ready? Hey, green. Red. Get.
Lance now on 1st down. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after it.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
And Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now the Steelers put a stop to the action with a timeout defensively. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway.
I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking for the out route. He's got it. Complete to Kittle. He's down inside the 10 to the 8, and it comes on a gain of 8.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. Oh, he tried to pitch it, and the ball's loose.
And this is one of the dangers of letting your quarterback run the football. Now, look, he goes through ball security drills just like a running back does. But most of the time, the quarterback swings the ball away from his body. And in traffic, sometimes they forget to protect it.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. Trubisky will throw. And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
On 3rd down, Trubisky. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
McLeod to return it. They'll call that a punt of 59 yards. Tough to do better than that. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Lance. His throw incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but now it'll be 3rd down.
Well, they'll certainly be on the tablets going over that one for sure. Clearly, they were expecting something else out of the defense and couldn't adjust to make that completion happen.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Down. Right through.
Lance and company going on 4th down. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. I don't know if I agree with that. I guess they don't care if I agree with that. But, boy, you have to be surprised by that, right?
I definitely was surprised that they decided to go for it in this situation. But they must have either felt like they either had a great play call on or they're trying to show extreme confidence.
Again, it's Lance. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. T.J. Watt. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
To try again after the sack. Lance flush to under pressure again, and down he goes again. T.J. Watt able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout. So as they take it over, we step aside. Seventh play of this drive coming up, and a long way to go on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A crazy sequence here. A huge gain that time, but it still leaves him well short for 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Lance to throw for it on 4th down. And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Minka Fitzpatrick. And the Steelers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Harris running straight ahead. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
First down, and they go back to Harris. They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28. Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They've given him some different looks here defensively in the early going. He's only hit 2 of his first 5 passes. With a big 3rd down coming up, he's hoping he's got a play dialed up that can take advantage of whatever the defense throws at him.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to gather the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And out will come the offense as they take over. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
Now on 2nd and 13, Lance. This will be caught at Samuel. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A first down there on a pick at the 25. Here's Lance. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. It's Devin Bush, the linebacker, who picks it. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
After the interception, here's Trubisky. Finding Harris over the middle. And they'll work this down inside the 30. But with his size coming out of the backfield, usually takes more than an arm tackle to get him down. That's why they like to get him involved in the passing game.
No doubt about it. You saw him running that angle route there and catching the ball. And with his size, not often thought to have hands, but we're hearing that more and more. Guys are doing a better job of catching the ball at any size coming out of the backfield because they need to be a full part of the offense.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky to throw. Able to find his man. It's Pickens. And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On the give, this is Harris. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
I would think as a play caller, you want to look for some quick hitters to your tight end. Any type of a route to replace where that linebacker was. Because when you saw the speed with which he reacted and stuffed that play, maybe use that speed against him in the future.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. They hand this off to Harris. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, He's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Boswell's kick is good. And we have action on the scoreboard just before halftime. It's 3-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice win for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it. 4
seconds, all that remain here in this first half as the kick gets away. A fairly short kick from the 14. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. 1 second, all that remains. A final shot before half for Lance. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they're on the losing end of things here. What do they need to do if they're going to turn things around, CD?
Partner, it's awfully close to being a must drive here, I think, for them, because I think a touchdown here in this opening drive is something they absolutely have to have. They only managed 3 points in the first half. They know that's not going to get it done. So without adding pressure to them, they already know the stakes. They need a touchdown here to get things started.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Now Lance. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It'll go as a gain of 25 on a play that started back at the 25. And with the play clock about to expire, Kyle Shanahan's going to use a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Here we go. Steal. Check steal.
They run over center with Mitchell. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Watch out, 52. Shot, 17, wide open. Yellow, blue.
They just do get the play off as he'll look to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those, but the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Striker, 3-3. Parker, 6. Hey, Red. Blue striker. Ready.
The Lance going to throw. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Coach is always hard on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Well, that kind of hit will certainly fire up your team, both on the field and on the sideline. Tackles for lost yardage, they're always welcome.
Go now. Trail green. Field left. Go 38. Field left. Black shot. Blue black. Broad red.
On 2nd down, here's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. Well, they need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down.
Flag blue. Hey, green. 6, 7. Ready?
And Lance now to throw. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
What we've seen so far in this game, they are not going to allow a big shot over the top. You can have whatever you want underneath. They'll give you that, but they're not going to let you beat them deep.
Set, ready. Hey, confused. Snap, red. Blue, go. Yellow, blue. And cycle. Ready.
And they'll go for it. Lance. Completes it to Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down.
And that's a big pickup of a 1st down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defense.
And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49-yard touchdown. Elijah Mitchell, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Niners have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the 2nd half. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-3. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
And Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else.
And we talk so much from a defensive perspective about scheming and finding ways to take away the run. That means the offense has to devise different ways to get the ball in the hands of their guy out of the backfield. Find open space, let him run, and big things can happen. And they did right there.
Here's Trubisky. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Najee Harris from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have moved out in front here in the final minute of the 3rd quarter. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. Boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7.
Next to score, Steelers 10, 49ers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They had gotten the lead with the opening drive touchdown in the third quarter. Now they relinquished that lead back. Could be in for an interesting second half.
It certainly appears that way, doesn't it? Almost turning into one of those pendulum games, right? Where it swings back and forth, and who's going to make the play that changes?
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel, 76 yards. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches and we've had quoted back to us, well, you know something? When you execute really well, it doesn't matter if they know it's coming or not. But sometimes athleticism beats you as well. He just took off and went. And that's almost like one of your Turkey Bowl games, isn't it? Just go long, man. I'll hit you. And it worked really well for them.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Fielded right around the 8. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And he'll be out of bounds at the 25-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Here we go. It's Trubisky on fourth down. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tavarius Moore. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have him set up with a first and goal right at about the 6-yard line. A fourth down, they felt compelled to go for it, and he throws the INT.
Yeah, he knows that you can't take a sack there, so he had to try and force one in. Now, this might not be a throw he makes if we're in the second quarter, but he had to take the chance there, and this one wound up being intercepted.
And he's going to press this one forward as they stop it right around the 1. Mitchell again. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Elijah Mitchell, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers will add to their fourth quarter lead. Now Gould for the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And a short kick taken at about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape, up past the 30. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And he powers through the first wave, but he's going to be swallowed up behind the line of scrimmage. Harris going to get it again on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Najee Harris with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. You never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Give him 32 on the play.
Okay, right? 52 blaster.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That really sets them back, a loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. Here's Lance to throw it. That's going to be caught by Samuel. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
Hey, move.
To throw, it's Lance. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Ready? Ready?
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that's going to bring up the 3rd down. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Elijah Mitchell.
A 3-yard touchdown run as his guys are able to extend their lead. Gold to add the extra point. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Pressure comes, and Trubisky goes down. Let's see what they draw up here. 3rd and long following the sack of Trubisky.
Pass complete to Harris.
And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37.
He exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man, Samuel. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. Lance looking to throw it.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
And the Steelers are going to have it here at their own 15.
2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what they do here in this last sequence. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. And that is incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
One last shot for Trubisky.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Well,
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.